Now let's look at getting the most out of the 1176 on a few sources. Let's start with this drum kit. If you want transparent compression, that is, controlling the gain without any obvious compression effects, then you should use a 4:1 compression ratio and no more than about 4 to 5 dB of gain reduction, kind of like we're getting right now. So I'll set the gain reduction with the input control. You can see turning it up there, it's a bit much. But we'll get enough so you can really hear it. So we got about 6 dB of gain reduction there. The release set kind of fast because we want it to let go after each hit fast enough so it's not compressing when that kick drum comes back in, because that's really what's triggering it the most. So that's not bad. Attack, you may want to slow down a little bit to let those drum transients through. If you set the attack too fast, it'll squash those transients and the drums will lose a little bit of life. So you kind of open it up, let those transients through. Let's see where we are at when we turn off the compressor level-wise. Probably get a little more output out of it. So the idea here is to make the drum sound more full, not really more compressed. And we're doing this because we're bringing up the average levels and we're squashing the peaks a little bit, bringing them more in line with each other. Well, that's sounding pretty cool, but let's really pour on the compression to see what this baby can do, shall we? So what I like to do is really speed up the release and turn up that input gain to get it really compressing. So now it's really adding like a room ambience. Speeding up the attack can help that. Adding a little more output gain. So it adds a real big full sound to the drums. Another great trick you can do with the software and the hardware is what's called the all button trick. Hold down the shift key, press on any of the buttons, and it's like pushing all 4 in at once. And like I said, this works on the hardware as well. You hear that? A lot of crazy stuff is going on in there. Rather than explain it, I'll just tell you how to use it effectively. Gotta back off the release a little bit. Speed up the attack a little bit. There's our undestroyed drum kit. People also call this nuke mode, all sorts of different modes. British mode. Now I'm going to kind of get something normal again. Not too compressed. Just to get that sound of just filling up the drum kit a bit more. It's starting to sound pretty tame compared to what we had. We're going to look at the snare track now. I'm going to use the 1176 as a limiter, and basically what makes it a limiter is when you use a compression ratio of 10:1 or more. And with a fast attack and a high compression ratio, you basically have yourself a limiter. And that can really help the snare pop out. So I'm going to do that, and first I'm going to solo the snare. Here we go. And let's see what we've got here. I've already kind of set it up already. So you can see I've got the release set that it goes all the way back out of compression before the next snare hit. A fairly fast attack. Any more, we might just squash the heck out of it. And I've got the 12:1 ratio. Now since I'm compressing it there by about, 7 dB, I can add quite a bit of makeup gain. And let's see how the compressed and uncompressed sound. Now it's starting to sound a little bit bigger. You can hear some of the room ambience and the snare rattle. Let's see what it sounds like with the rest of the drums. So I don't really think it's that much louder sounding. It's just popping out because it's just the snare, the whole thing is just compressed into one solid wall of snareness, so to speak.